My body feels great. Put in a ton of work. Probably 85%, 90% of my summer has been based solely on making sure I'm ready for the long haul. Portland's a team that plays deep into the year, and that was one of my focuses. Even before I found out I was coming here, it was one of my focuses being available every night. And every year I've been pretty close. Last season I had a freak ankle injury that some stuff you just can't avoid. But uh, as you learn more about your body and you get the right people around you that kind of help you understand those things, you take strides. And the past 3 weeks I've been in the gym every day playing, getting reps in the weight room, feeling good, flying around. And we go to the turf on Tuesday, Thursdays, and um, being explosive, and then go to the gym and play. I haven't missed reps, so body feels great. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I think it's very deep, very dynamic, bunch of looks. I think, and even the pickup games have been, pretty competitive. Ant Simons is starting to come into his own. You got obviously Dame and CJ have been tearing it up. Uh, Mario with his energy, Scal, Hassan. I mean, the list goes on. We got a ton of guys that are ready to play. I think we're a very seasoned team, very experienced team. As far as guys that have been around for a little bit, obviously the team making it to the Western Conference Finals last year was huge, and I've been around the block a little bit. I've been to these conference finals. I've played in the playoffs a couple years in a row, so I understand the grind. I understand what it takes to get there on a nightly basis. So I think we're poised. We have a great team of leaders that do things the right way, and that's one thing that kind of blew me away about Dame and CJ was how vocal they are during the runs. When guys are over getting water, they're pulling guys aside and explaining things to them during dead balls, just making sure everyone's on the same page. And that's really, really good to see coming from two guys that, can kind of do their own thing. They could easily just say, hey, we're gonna do our thing, but they're making sure everybody's on the same page. And I gained a lot of respect for those guys because of that. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. Dame went to Weber State, CJ went to Lehigh, I went to Old Dominion. We talk about three mid majors. That guys, kind of stick around for a long time, and you go through those things where you come in as a young guy, you see the guys in front of you leave, so you go through coaching changes, or you go through players leaving, players transferring in, and you having to kind of work from the ground up to big success. And those things are kind of important. When you win in college, you got the last guy on the bench, you got the video guys, you have the lady that fills up your water. Everyone's a part of it, and that's what breeds winning teams, is having people from the top to bottom, having being a part of it, and spending time with your teammates out of the day off the floor, just chatting, goes a long way, because that's how you build a brotherhood. And when you got guys on the floor that you'll go to war for, you fight tooth and nail for, just really separates you at the end of the day. Right. Right. My 3 point shot is in a great spot. I've shot the three pretty well. Last year was probably my worst year over the past couple of years shooting three. But when the ball is moving and you're in the right spots, those kind of shots just fall for you. The preparation has been there. I believe I am a great 3 point shooter in this league. I've been up around 40% before, so it's just all about taking the right shots. And last year was kind of a funky year, as far as my body and mentally, just not bringing it every night, or having a reason to, honestly, with the kind of season we're having. So being locked in, being focused every night is kind of when I play my best basketball. And this year is looking to be really bright, especially being in the situation I am. Coming out here to Portland, where guys, like I say, they get it. That's just plain and simple, that the guys out here, coaches, front office, video room, everyone just gets it. training staff. They just all get it. Yeah, I'm licking my chops, man. This is really similar feel to when I played under Coach Budenholzer in Atlanta. My first couple of years there, uh, you know, similar philosophies as far as playing together and just playing free. Coach Stotts puts in his schemes, but he wants us to. He don't want us to be robots. He wants us to go out, do what we do, play together, share the ball, play with energy, flop it down the floor, play defense. All the things that Coach Bud actually helped me do. When I first went to Atlanta, I was a 12th guy, and I turned into a starter for a team. Played a ton of minutes in the Eastern Conference Finals against LeBron James. So I mean, just those first couple of years there have really set the stage for what's ahead of me now. Yeah, I think the culture and the chemistry is probably the two things that stand out the most. And like I said, I mean, you can't win teams with a terrible locker room. You just can't, because egos may get in the way. Guys may, want the spotlight, and that's not the thing here. Portland. You watch Dame and CJ coexist. I mean, it's not easy. For them to go out and especially their relationship that they have together. Like, they talking to each other, laughing at each other. It's not like, uh, you know, big ego, big ego. Those guys are just, they they make you feel welcome. And when I first signed out here, I started a little group chat with them both, and just told them straight up, like, I'm not coming out here to, you know, be the man or any of that. I know it's your guys, it's your two's team, and I know my role and I play it well. That's exactly what I said, and and they respected that, and I respected what they built here. Playing with each other for the past 6, 7 seasons. So I'm just here to help this franchise continue to move in the right direction, and ultimately get over the hump of the Western Conference Finals, and looking to play in late June. Yeah, dude, that's like music to my ears. Like I say, obviously, I want to thank the Atlanta Hawks for giving me the opportunity and to further my career, my basketball career, and I started planted some really nice roots there, great friends. Got married while I was there, had my first child there. So Atlanta has a special place in my heart. But the teams change, and they went younger, and kind of found myself, on the outside looking in. They wanted to develop their young guys, and I was there to hope, kind of get them going in the right direction. And at the end of the day, I made a decision to try to find somewhere that wanted to win. And Portland was a spot, that I watched the team play all last playoffs, and I just, envisioned myself in a Trailblazers jersey, being that missing piece, that 3-and-D guy, the guy that, can, be a dog in some ways, and do the hard, do the dirty work for this team, and get this team over the edge. It's giving me great perspective on life, and it's taught me not to take myself too serious. Last year I had like 12 technicals or something, like top 10 in the league, and I was just in a kind of a dark place. And this summer has been beyond great in so many ways. Obviously having my son, and then we had I lost my mother-in-law on Mother's Day weekend. So we'll talk about being in a little bit of a whirlwind, and trying to be there for my wife, and she just had her son. So you got so many factors, and it's just allowed me to kind of step aside, and not focus on what I have going on personally, and be a father for my children. I mean, for my son, and be a strong husband for my wife. And once I started focusing on that, just tremendous weight kind of came off my shoulders, and back smiling again, back being happy, and back being to myself. Oh yeah. All right, we getting to the real stuff now, right? No, man. I think any events are going to continue to do it, which is I'm all for it because we started a great thing last season, but I'm not sure, man. I think obviously this is an important year, not only for myself but just for this team, and um, it takes a lot of commitment, and we'll see. I mean, it's up in the air. I know CJ does it. He's kind of grooving it right now, though. He's kind of he does his own thing with it, but for me, I got a son, and we're gonna be gone, and I have all these responsibilities, so I like to try to keep my plate a little bit light. So we'll see, man. I mean, I don't know. I haven't even thought about it, to be honest. I'm just trying to make it to June and bring that O'Brien Trophy to Portland. Yeah. Uh, I mean, not really. I mean, they're both great young talents. Two totally different styles. Trey's an amazing passer. Ant is so explosive, and he's starting to get comfortable in his own skin. You can see when he has the ball out there, he's and especially in the second unit, being a great point guard, getting guys a great in the right spots and making plays for other guys. But Ant changed his number for me, and he'll always have a soft spot in my heart for that. All right, yeah. All right, CJ.